Light her fire, light her fire. So we just finished the C Note show for today, and a man's asking, well, I want to bring some more passion back into our marriage. I want to bring more aliveness. I want her to feel alive with me. I'm trying to lead. I'm not sure if I'm doing this right. How can I sort of warm her up? Right. And now, first of all, there's two levels of the staircase of intimacy. That's a free audiobook that we have on our website, by the way. And one is physical and one is emotional. So I know as a man that when a man says he wants to like get the passion going again, that he also means emotionally, right? But often that comes across as just physically, which I think is one miscommunication that we have in our relationships as well. So I want to put that concept on the table. And the other one is, how do you light her fire? Okay. So real fast, you don't want to go to her and say like, how can we have more sex? Obviously. So you need to consider this in an emotional way as well, gentlemen, and think about, you can't pass physical sexuality up on the staircase. You can't pass where you are emotionally. So you always have to be growing emotionally and energetically, leading the way of the physicality. Okay. So if you have no idea what that means, join us on our forum, join us on the C Note show that we do every single day and learn what that means. Okay. But today, Cynthia, I want to ask you about the energy of lighting her fire. So myself as a man, and you talked about this on today's show, I'd so love for you to share this huge tip that is an absolutely phenomenal place to start, gentlemen, is how can a man think about the energy in his body, or how can he sort of warm up his own energy so that she feels that without him even having to say particular words, that he can just start to embody the king energy like we're highlighting on the C Note show right now, and for her to feel more fire just when she's around him in general. What would you say to that? I appreciate that.
Yeah, well, you mentioned the king energy, and we might also mention yang energy or fire energy. And that's like a very uplifting, like grounded, coming from the roots, heat and passion. And so, one way that you can do that, like say you're standing in the kitchen with your wife or partner, and just coming up to give her a hug, and you give her a hug from coming down kind of from a little below, where you're bringing the energy of you up and just scooping her up, is one way to start bringing that fire, that groundedness from your feet, from the floor all the way through your legs and wrapped around her. And for a woman who gets to feel that, that is the most, oh, when a man brings that energy, that's like the epitome of her fantasy of being scooped up and wrapped around with that. So anything that's bringing heat, strength, a pulling up from your feet up to your legs, up to your heart. That's the kind of firepower that I invite you bring even in your daily life with the people you're around, never mind the partnership that you want to add some kindling to.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I'll give you a couple of keys to that in a second. I'll give you the cherry on top in a second. If you're not yet a part of our free Facebook group or on the C Note show live with us, 11 a.m. Mountain Time, you're missing out. You can get those links on our website, greatmenmovemountains.com. We've got free things there as well, or you can contact us for a no strings attached one-on-one powerful conversation, right? So we can draw the map for you and lead forward exactly where you want to be. So the cherry on top of couple of things, is two levels of intimacy, physical and emotional, and then the coming from your ground and grounding your legs and the energy up from the earth. I mean, you can certainly you could go into the bathroom and do some air squats. You can go outside and do some push-ups and kind of get yourself physically in that space. But another one I want you to be aware of too, and this is a key to this, is you can't be doing this to try to get a certain outcome from her. Okay, you can't be like, all right, if I am this grounded man, then she's going to love me. Or if I go jump up and down and get this fire going within me, that it's automatically going to spread to her and to the relationship. You're doing this because that's the kind of man you want to be. What we teach in Great Men Move Mountains is how to bring fire into your life and fire into your relationship in a healthy, passionate, deep way. Not so that you can get XYZ. It's to have the life that you want in this moment, not that so you can get more sex. Okay. And that's why I bring up the whole physical and emotional. You can't be doing this to try to just get sex. Regardless, you're going to hear that all over the place. And a piece I want to give this to you is, if you can give her a hug like it's the last hug that she's ever going to get, if you think about energy in your body and that's the king, the man that you want to be, when you do something as simple as giving your woman a hug, that's the kind of man she wants in her life. That's the kind of energy it's going to attract her automatically. That's the kind of man that you want to be. So do it for yourself. Cynthia, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Go move mountains one step at a time, guys.
Bye.
Subscribe.
Want more affection, love, and sex in your marriage? Want less paralyzing fear and rejection? Join us live Monday to Friday Zoom call, men only. GreatMenMoveMountains.com/C-Note. The C-Note Show. Free daily call.
This I've got to see.
It's worth watching, so stay tuned.